A girl's car breaks down a mountain road and she stops the car to get home. She gets in the car with a decent-looking man, but suddenly she discovers a human hand next to her. The innocent-looking man is actually a serial killer. The next moment he stops the car, grabs a wrench and hits the girl. A few days later, a bus with several passengers travel along the same road. One insurance agent tells the driver Tony that a woman went missing in this area a few days ago. Meanwhile, the radio reports a serious accident at a nearby intersection. All roads are closed because of it. The driver suggests going around the intersection. Soon the bus enters a dark tunnel that Tony has never seen before. He continues to drive, but suddenly a man appears on the path. He gets on the bus. Rereading the newspaper, sees that the man is wanted, so he pulls out a knife to protect himself. On the bus are two women, an aspiring model Sarah and a pregnant woman Zin, and a pair of twins, Park and Funk. After 20 minutes the bus is still in the tunnel. Tony begins to suspect something is wrong. He knows that the longest tunnel in the country is only 11 kilometers long and it takes about 10 minutes to cross. So they decide to turn around and go back the old way. But even after 30 minutes of driving at full speed, they didn't reach the exit. Tony stops the bus and everyone goes out to look around. Zin finds his cell phone, which he accidentally dropped about an hour ago near the entrance. It is clear that the tunnel is unusual. Reed tries to calm the passengers. He's going to walk to find help, but wants to take a long rope as a safety net. Lee will carry one end of the rope, and the other end will hold Van. Fortunately, a pregnant woman has a lot of knitting wool with her. The mysterious passenger also wants to go with him. It turns out that the man's name is Chen, but he refused to talk about his job or family. Soon the fog begins to thicken in the tunnel, and passengers see two silhouettes near the bus, but suddenly they come from the other side. Lee and Chen are back. One is still holding one end of the rope, and Chen the other end, even though they are close to each other. It turns out that the straight tunnel leads people to the same place, like an endless loop. Later the men go to see the tunnel, and the ladies stay on the bus. Only 30 minutes have passed, and the whole bus is already covered in a thick layer of dust. At this time, the men return and find the bus partially destroyed. Tony discovers that all the food has gone bad. It turns out that time here is completely different. 1 hour here equals a week. They find a tunnel map by the bus. Rick concludes that someone's playing with them. He then begins to analyze the map, at which point the light suddenly goes out, and when it turns on again, Lee disappears. On the floor, they see a blue trail and follow it. Chen takes responsibility for the group. The trail leads them to a wall that seems hollow. Breaking through it, they stumble upon a strange room, with many photos of wanted people, a pile of severed hands, and an engineering scheme of this place. The schemes show that there are 6 separate tunnels, which are interconnected. Chen concludes that they need to cross all 6 tunnels. The group searches the room and finds a strange calendar that shows only one date, the 15th of July. Then they find a wooden door, behind which the TV is turned on. A video shows a woman locked in a cave. The group enters the second tunnel and finds their bus. They soon realize that this place is in a different time zone. People enter the bus to look for food and find a box of noodles, but Tony suddenly points a gun found in the seat at the passengers and demands that they give him all the food. Soon everyone begins to feel hungry. Model Sarah goes to Tony and offers herself in exchange for a packet of noodles. At this time, one sneaks into the bus and takes a package of noodles, but Tony sees this and beats him. Suddenly someone stabs him from behind. The rest of the group is horrified to see the murderer. One starts looking for the noodles that he dropped during the fight, and looks under the bus and finds the trapdoor. Through it people enter another room, where there are also strange things spar of human bodies. The TV shows footage of a woman drowning in a cave. The group finds the calendar again, behind which is the next door. Everyone goes through it and into the third tunnel. This tunnel also has a bus, but it's full of snakes and rodents. Henry One eats rotten noodles. Zin gives him the cookies, but One demands the whole package. When she refuses, he suddenly pulls out a gun and takes out the food. One deduced that to find the secret passage, one of them must die. He threatens to shoot one of the group so they can go further. Chen tries to calm him down, but Van forces Zin to shoot a man in the shoulder. He then takes the twin to the next room and starts beating them. Park tries to save his brother and One kills her. He then tries to strangle Sarah, but before he can, someone stabs him from behind. After the death of 2 more men, the group finds the next secret passage. They enter the 4th tunnel. Zin goes into labor and lies down against the wall. The wounded Chen and Sarah go to explore the bus. Sarah begins to hallucinate. Frightened, she gets off the bus. She walks through a tunnel where she sees a lot of bodies. She picks up a mirror from the ground, looks into it, and suddenly someone kills the girl. Chen returns to Zin, who has given birth to a boy. They go, but it turns out the baby isn't breathing. Zin takes out the knife and stabs the man. Suddenly he wakes up in the lab and realizes he was involved in some experiment. In the next scene, we see a military meeting, where the mystery of the tunnel is revealed. The general reports that serial killer James was discovered in a coma after a car accident. He had killed several women before, and it's believed that one of them, named Ciara, is still alive. The problem is, apart from the serial killer, no one knows where she is. They can question him because he's in a coma. The military decided to ask for help from the brain scientist. They need to get to James' memory and open his subconscious. One of the institute's best psychotherapists named Chen has entered James' mind and found certain clues. It turns out that the missing woman is his wife. Chen was able to find a clue that his wife is hidden near the Seine River. Chen needs to reconnect to James' subconscious to find the exact location of Ciara. He learns that both of the killer parents died in July 15. On that fateful day, his father found out that his father was having an affair with a driver, which led to a big fight between them, and his mother stabbed his father and herself. Chen is stunned by this revelation, but says that in James' inner world, he was able to see not only the dark side, but also the good side. The serial killer himself was a tunnel engineer, so when he fell into a coma, he began to create a tunnel in his brain. When Chen entered James' brain, his initial goal was to get him out of this endless loop. However, he didn't expect so many of one-man personalities to be inside. The best of them turned out to be healthy and rational Lee. There was hope that he could outweigh the others and get James out. Unfortunately, he disappeared after the lights went out in the tunnel. The second personality was Tony, who eventually became violent. The third and fourth personalities were Wayne and Sarah, who were an eternal projection of his father and mother. The fifth was Pernazine, who reminded him of his ideal mother image, but she couldn't suppress his dark side. The sixth and seventh personalities were twins, like him in childhood. But there is one other, Pierce's person who wasn't in the bus, who killed Lee, Tony and Van. To learn more, Chen needs another experiment, which he does the next day. This time he confronted James directly and asked where his wife is. However, the killer starts talking about how he hated his mother for killing his father. He takes Chen to different corners of his subconscious, where various events from his life occur. However, Chen ignores them and confronted with weakest personality, Fang. He tries to manipulate the boy to find out where his wife is, but his twin sister stops him. Chen is suddenly transported to the cinema, where he encounters the real evil behind all the murders inside the tunnel. And it turns out to be Chen himself. It turns out that James' subconscious is so evil that whoever looks inside him starts thinking like a serial killer. Evil Chen revealed that he didn't want Ciara to be saved, so he killed people inside the tunnel. Suddenly a frightened boy and Chen's wife appear on stage. Fan immediately approaches Ciara to kill her, but at the last moment retreats. Taking this opportunity, the real Chen approaches the boy, asks him to wake up and inform the authorities of his wife's location. The boy agrees and leaves. The evil Chen takes him to another place, and they begin to fight. But just when the real Chen feels victorious, another evil Chen appears and hints that he cannot be defeated. It rains over the river. Ciara can get out of the cage, which is quickly filled with water. The real Chen understands that if he destroys himself, the evil person will also die, and with that all the evil inside James will go away. As soon as he does what he must, the evil Chen disappears, and James wakes up in the hospital. He immediately informs the authorities of the location of Ciara, who is rescued at the very last moment. Chen does not wake up. He wanders through an endless tunnel. In the comments, tell me if you like this story, how much would you rate it on a 10-point scale, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell.